Welcome to Unhinged Magi! All right, here we are in 2022. We're back. We're together. We're in the same room. Unbelievable.
I don't believe it myself.
I don't either. We're out. We're way away from our families now.
Yep. Mine are like way downstairs.
That's right.
So far away.
That's at least 12 feet.
Yeah. At least through the floor. So yeah, we're here to talk about our goals for 2022. Both of us have things we're planning on doing in terms of like hobby, investment, this whole kind of thing. No. Eating, numbers of bean burritos to be consumed.
Exactly.
All of that. There's a plan, right?
That's right.
Because it's the new year.
It's the new year. And when I was at the in-laws, I ate like crazy, and now I need to lose some weight.
Okay.
That I already lost before, so it's like a rewind.
It's funny. I'm actually dieting too. I'm doing that diet where you eat like 7 times a day, much smaller meals, and then just regulate your blood sugar, drink a lot of water. That's
pretty much what I'm going to be doing.
Yep. It sucks.
So depressing.
Yep, but it works, but it sucks.
Thank you, Mimi, for all the Pop-Tarts. Why did I eat
so long, and thanks for all the fish.
Man, I shouldn't have eaten the Pop-Tarts. I ate the whole one. That was just stupid.
So what are your financial goals, Magic the Gathering goals, gaming card relating goals for 2022? What do you want to get done?
All right, so, well, let's see. I mean, we're not talking about other things. We're talking about, collectibles and making money with collectibles and that kind of stuff. So I did purchase quite a bit of Zendikar Rising. I believe, personally, that Zendikar Rising will rise. And I'm planning around October, November, probably liquidating some of that if it actually reaches the price point that I'm expecting it to. So, however, during the first period, I'll probably be unloading some of my Double Masters products that I have, and I have that in back storage. I'm probably going to turn that into reserve list cards because the reserve list cards are kind of, mellowing out a little bit.
Yeah, they kind of plateaued and pulled back a little bit. Yeah. So it's like a good time to buy. That's for sure. It is a
good time to buy for sure.
Yep.
Fantasticness. I also have something on the back burner, which I'm not going to talk about at the moment, but we will be talking about that as soon, I'm assuming.
Okay.
So that's going to be huge. Much bigger than Zendikar Rising.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
okay, that thing
is we can't mention that yet. And that's really exciting.
Yeah, there is definitely something exciting that's coming up, you guys. And it's gonna make waves. People are gonna hear about it.
Yep. They're gonna be like, what? That's how big that's gonna be.
Yep. That one's
that's gonna be the record scratch of all 2023.
What?
Yeah.
So let's see. I have a couple of goals. Mine right now are mostly based on trying to finish out pieces that I still need for building decks because, I just picked up those Bazaars last year.
You did.
But
he has missing holes in Fallen Empires and Homeland, so if you can help a brother out.
Not that. No, but I do need support cards to make those Bazaar of Baghdad's usable for a lot of old school decks. Like, I could build vintage decks as long as the day is,
True.
The day is long, whatever. I could easily do that. But for old school, you need to have cards like All Hallows Eve, and you got to have Eureka. There's a few others.
Eureka is mandatory.
Yeah, there's a few.
All Hallows Eve is hard to get off.
Yep.
Disenchant, boom, gone.
Yeah, it can be. You gotta pair that with a little bit of discard, a little bit of counter protection to protect it or something like that. But I don't have any All Hallows Eve. I've got the Bazaars now. That's the more.
Any?
No, none.
Wow.
That's the more difficult part.
You can't have mine.
Okay. The more difficult part is the Bazaars, and I've got that part covered. But I gotta go get some All Hallows Eve. And
that should be a perfume. All Hallows Eve.
It's dark.
I think everybody would actually buy that.
They should say it's dark at the bottom.
That's right. Except it wasn't from the dark. It was from Legends.
It's true, but it's it's dark because it's Halloween.
No, that's true.
Yep. Yeah. So anyways, I've got to go get those. So for me, before I go for more investment, I need to finish getting the pieces that I need to build decks. Because like I always tell you guys, for me, playing the game and finishing my collection for building decks is my top priority. The whole investment thing for me right now, investment is a means to an end. I'm not investing to make money per se. I'm investing to make enough money to be able to go buy the missing cards that I still need. So
that's really it.
For the moment, yeah. Because at the end of the day, if I have a huge collection I can go build any old school deck. Is it a good investment? Yes. Is it worth it? Yes. Do I get to enjoy it while I have it? Yes to that as well. But
True.
right now, it's so much
If you make
money.
an investment to make money, then you'll have more money to make more investment.
Right. But like the thing is, like these cards are not static. The cards are going up, right? So I'm hitting a moving target. Like if I took the thing of like I'm gonna make investment, okay, let's just say I took that plan you're suggesting.
Yeah.
And I go out and I invested like, some industry typical great gain, and I'm making like 5% to 7% interest on some typical market investment.
Except I don't like those.
I would have been way behind where I'm at with the Magic cards, right?
That's true.
Way behind.
However, are you going to sell your Magic cards?
Well, I'm not planning on it.
Dead money.
But if I ever needed to, it's there.
If you needed to, it's there, but it's still dead money.
It's dead money until I sell it.
It's dead money because you're not going to sell it because you're comfortable.
Yeah, I'm not planning on selling it.
And you shouldn't. I'm not going to tell you to sell it.
Because but again, no, my first priority with my Magic cards is being able to build decks and play the game. That is my top priority with it.
That's true.
I have investments out on the side.
What other investment can you actually use to play a game? You can't use anything.
Exactly.
That's fantastic.
And so what I typically do is like I have like my job and I have like my retirement account and I've got savings account and I've got the Magic cards.
He also has investment accounts too. I'm just saying.
I do. But like the thing is like I don't typically mix those together because it's like I need to have money I can use for retirement. And I make sure to separate that out from what I put into the Magic cards, so then I don't have to sell Magic cards for retirement.
See, I don't call my Magic cards that I play with investments.
Yeah, but see, you have like all the cards I'm trying to acquire pretty much already.
Yes.
So you don't have to worry about this. Like if you want to play with the cards, you're just like you're gonna use this one or this one. I have to go get those cards still. But once I've got those cards, that's when like additional money going into it can go into cards that are like investment side.
So you're saying once you get your entire collection, if we could get your entire collection today, you would just funnel everything else into investments?
Yeah. Yes, actually.
Or would you actually buy other cards, not to play with, but to actually appreciate in value and sell later?
Well, the same thing. I think that's exactly what I'm saying. So like once I have my collection and I can build like any deck in old school, right? Mm-hmm. From that point on, all the extra money going into it can go straight towards like, buying sealed boxes, buying graded cards, buying like, various forms of hobby stuff that I do think will go up in value. And I can look at those ones from the investment side. But I want to get the play sets first. That's my first goal.
I'm curious. How many cards do you have until you have your entire play sets?
Honestly, I'm honestly not that far. I can literally at this moment build almost any deck in old school. There's not a lot I don't have.
I know.
But the ones
I've seen your collection. That's why I'm a little bit surprised that there's anything left.
Well, but the thing is, the ones I don't have are some expensive ones. We're talking like Drop of Honey. I don't have any. Candelabra of Tawnos. I've got one. What's the one? The Gauntlet of Might. I don't have any. I don't have any Eurekas.
That's not too bad.
I don't have any. Yeah. I don't have any Eureka. I don't have any All Hallows Eve. I mean, there's little cards like here and there. Like there's not a lot. I have like 95, 97% of all old school cards, but it's like that last 3 to 5% that I don't have. There's some big hitters in there that are going to be spendy to go pick up.
Well, that's a good goal to have.
Yep. So I'm trying to finish those off, and I need to do it as quick as I can because they're going up so fast in price. So this slowdown in reserve list cards, I'm actually happy about it.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I think it's a great opportunity too.
Yep.
Now, there's one person that contacted me not too long ago and said, I think the reserve list is busted and everything's going down. And I'm like, you're nuts.
Everything's going down. There's always someone who thinks that.
All right, what is the likelihood, not 2020 related, but what is the likelihood of everything tanking again like that?
Like everything like it did in 2020?
2020, when everything took a dirt.
I think honestly,
0.
Whoa, hold on actually. So right now, and we're talking global macroeconomics now.
Yeah.
Right now, the central banks are being forced to raise interest rates and they're being forced to taper their bond buying purchases.
Yes, they are.
And that traditionally has the impact to take the stock market and pull it down a little bit.
It has already.
But it could go a lot farther. And so I don't completely know what direction that's going to go, but I do know this. If they keep raising interest rates on the economy, I do think the stock market will come down. And if the stock market comes down really often, like everything kind of comes down with it, because everyone's got to like get cash, and everyone's like has so much debt, they got to be able to cover the payments they're doing.
Yep.
And so I would expect even things that you would expect to go up, like, I mean, we're talking gold, silver, Bitcoin, even those things might fall a little bit more. Not because they're not decent hedges, but because like when everything starts dropping, everybody kind of panics. And so that could even hit reserve list collectibles. I could even see reserve list ones pulling back a bit because there's so many people that are panicking and need cash. So I could actually see that happening. But for me, what I'm watching two things. I'm watching interest rates first and foremost, and like the federal funds rate. And then I'm also watching the U.S. bond market. Like you could probably watch the stock ticker BND. And if U.S. bonds start selling off and the BND starts dropping, then I'm going to say...
people are trying to pay off what they've...
Yeah, that means panic time. It's probably going to go a bit lower. So that's what I'm watching, actually.
There you go. I figured I'd pull that out of him for you guys.
Well, what do you think?
I was thinking the same thing.
Oh, you were?
Yeah.
Okay.
You explain things so much better. I kind of stutter and I babble a lot, so it would sound more like, okay, so what's going to happen is, well, if you go to this website and then you pull it up, but then you have to look over here, it's going to sound really awkward and weird. But when you explain things, it just comes out natural.
That's funny because the internet tells me to shut up all the time. So anyways, so your goals, your investment goals for this year?
From the market or from...
For like collectibles, Magic, Flesh and Blood?
Flesh and Blood, I'm going to go a lot lighter on this year for any kind of pre-orders. I'm going to wait.
I'm not going to buy anything pre-order.
I'm going to wait for everything to crash and then buy it then. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll probably stick to just buying the singles, for different reasons. Because the singles seem to have better value than the actual boxes temporarily. I'm not sure why. Yeah,
like I went out a little bit while ago and I scooped up like all the missing singles from like Arcane Rising, Crucible. They were so cheap, like 10 cents each. Yeah.
Yeah, so the boxes, I know people like to say that the boxes are like huge in value when you open them and that kind of stuff. And I hear that a lot. The EV value is so big. But when you actually open the boxes, I'm not finding much EV value. When
it's a huge hit or miss, isn't it? Like
exactly.
You get a legendary or you're screwed.
Yeah, you get a legendary or you're screwed. And so that's not really a hit and miss factor. That's more of a, I'm going to guarantee myself a miss almost every time. So it's not really a good EV.
Not yet.
So I actually was opening them, and I was going to put them on YouTube, on my Open Boosters channel, but I chose not to because they were really kind of just depressing to open. Because I would hit my legendary in the case, and then I would hit nothing. Mm. So I get the legendary uber duber kingling dingling thing, but I wouldn't get any of the cold foils.
Yeah, and the thing that
it's like case after case after case.
And the thing that people need to know, like if you open a case that has 4 boxes in it, and you open the first box and you hit a legendary, you should probably just stop and like sell the other 3 boxes because they're probably not going to have a legendary.
I know. I was just really kind of like, okay, well, clearly the EV is skewed somehow. You know?
It is.
Or how people are perceiving the skew.
Yeah, if you're going to buy sealed Flesh and Blood, guys, buy it by the case.
You have to buy it by the case. And you can't buy an individual box. You have to buy it by a case. Although I will sell you an individual box that I've searched the case for.
I'll sell it to you, but don't buy
it. I'll put it up online on TCG Player. Someone will buy it eventually.
So about Magic. What are you going to buy in Magic?
I'm sticking to anything that has box toppers. Even the new the one that came out not too long ago. The Innistrad, the new
Midnight Hunt.
Yeah, that has box toppers, I believe.
Okay.
Anything that has box toppers eventually is going to be a good buy, but you have to buy it cheap. So you have to actually call the store, see if you can get a deal, that kind of stuff.
Okay.
But Zendikar Rising is way better because it's got the fetches. It's also got Cavern of Souls, which is fantastic. And it's
Cavern of
just
Souls.
huge. You can actually literally just pull the box toppers out, sell the individual packs, and you're fine. That's just a fantastic product.
Yep.
I'll probably pick up some more Modern Horizons 2 as well if I can find a good deal on it, because that's also fantastic.
Ended up being a really good set. We made a video trashing it.
I know, I feel bad about that video.
Sorry.
I really thought all the fetches would turn everybody off to it, but it didn't. I mean, I guess fetches are gold.
People really liked them and the retro foils
really
and stuff like
retro
that.
foils. I mean, that's just...
Yeah.
I can't stand all that mix mash stuff because I can't keep it organized on my desk.
Mm-hmm.
It's a real pain in the butt.
It is a thing. Okay, so there you guys go. That's what we're looking at for this year. We'll have to see as the year progresses, like how our purchases change and what we start focusing on, and if we end up selling. I'm probably not going to sell very much, if anything.
Well, I'm going to sell quite a bit.
It's an accumulate thing for me.
I'm going to sell quite a bit, and please buy from TCG Player, links below because it helps us out.
Yep, the link's
It
right
gets it
below the
closer
video.
to All Hallows Eve.
Yeah, actually, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, please use the TCG Player link. Edwin needs an All Hallows Eve.
Oh my God, that would be so funny to put that across the screen.
I should try and do that by Halloween.
Yeah.
That should be my goal. Is to get All Hallows Eve playset by Halloween. So then, like, I'll make a Halloween discard Bazaar of Baghdad deck.
Boom.
There we go.
He's
Hashtag Bazaar of Baghdad Halloween.
Yep.
Okay, if you make it this far in the video, guys.
Yep.
Okay, so there you go. We'll see you guys later.
See you later.
Bye.